When you grow old, 10 ways to recognize envy and falsehood in others. As we grow older, life grants us many gifts, wisdom, perspective, and a deeper appreciation for the relationships we cherish. Yet, it also sharpens our awareness of the complexities of human nature. Navigating these complexities often means recognizing when envy and falsehood creep into our connections with others. These subtle, hidden forces can disrupt our peace if left unchecked. This guide offers 10 thoughtful ways to identify envy and dishonesty inspired by timeless Stoic philosophy. These insights aim to help older adults, particularly those 65 and above, foster relationships built on sincerity and mutual respect while protecting their emotional well-being. Let's explore these principles with the understanding that wisdom is our most reliable guide. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Observe their actions over their words. Words are often pleasant to hear, but they can be deceiving. In life, particularly as we age, we come to understand that it's not what people say, but what they do that truly matters. A kind word or a promise can be comforting in the moment, but actions, those quiet, often unnoticed gestures, reveal the heart of a person's character. Think back on your own life. How many times has someone said, "You can count on me"? Yet when the moment came to stand by you, they were nowhere to be found? How often have words of encouragement been accompanied by subtle actions that undermine your efforts? These experiences teach us an important truth. Words are easy, but actions require intention and sincerity. Imagine someone who smiles warmly and speaks of admiration for your achievements, only to neglect opportunities to support you when it truly counts. Or perhaps they act kindly in front of others, but behave differently when no one is watching. These discrepancies between words and deeds often indicate envy or dishonesty. People who harbor these feelings may use words as a mask, but their actions eventually betray them. As we grow older, we have the benefit of time and experience to sharpen our ability to observe. Pay attention to how someone behaves when they think no one is looking. Do they maintain kindness and integrity even when there's nothing to gain? For example, a true friend may not need to declare their loyalty, but will show up unasked when you need them most. Conversely, someone with hidden motives might speak eloquently about loyalty, but fail to deliver when their support is required. Marcus Aurelius, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." His words remind us that it's not debates or intentions that define character. It's consistent action. This is a standard not only for evaluating others, but also for reflecting on ourselves. How do our own actions align with our words? By focusing on actions, you develop a clearer understanding of who is genuinely supportive and who is wearing a mask. This wisdom allows you to invest your time and energy into relationships that bring joy and authenticity to your life. At this stage, isn't that what matters most? To spend your days with those who truly care, those whose actions echo their words, and whose presence enriches your journey? Trust the power of observation and let it guide you. Over time, actions paint the truest portrait of someone's intentions, far more vividly than words ever could. 2. Pay attention to reactions to your success. As the years pass, success takes on new meanings. It might no longer be about climbing corporate ladders or gaining worldly recognition. Instead, success could mean strengthening relationships, finding peace in retirement, or achieving personal milestones like mastering a skill or contributing to your community. No matter how big or small these triumphs, they are a reflection of your growth and hard work, and the way others react to them often reveals the depth of their character. When you share a moment of pride, be it a story about your grandchildren, a creative project you've completed, or a newfound sense of health and well-being, Pay attention to the reactions of those around you. True friends and loved ones will beam with genuine happiness, their support palpable in their words and demeanor. These are the people who celebrate your joy because it doesn't diminish their own. Yet, there are others whose reactions might feel off. Muted applause, faint praise, or even backhanded compliments. Perhaps they deflect the focus back to themselves or make subtle remarks to downplay your success. For instance, you might share news about a garden you've lovingly cultivated, only to hear, "That's nice, but have you seen Margaret's roses? Hers won an award." These moments can sting, but they also provide clarity. People who struggle with envy often see someone else's success as a reflection of their own perceived inadequacies. Your accomplishments, however unintentional, may highlight areas in their own lives where they feel they've fallen short. This discomfort can lead to dismissive or critical responses, not because of anything you've done, but because of unresolved insecurities within them. At this stage in life, you've likely developed a keen intuition, a sense for when congratulations ring hollow or when someone's tone doesn't match their words. Trust that intuition. It's not about seeking validation from others, but about recognizing who genuinely supports your journey and who does not. Consider how this wisdom can also apply to the way you react to others' success. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, our attitudes and actions. If you ever feel a pang of envy when someone achieves something meaningful, pause and reflect. Celebrate their moment sincerely, as you would hope they'd celebrate yours. True happiness doesn't compete, it expands. Surround yourself with those who see your victories as a cause for shared joy, not as a threat. And let yourself be that kind of person in return. Together, these relationships form a foundation of mutual respect and encouragement, enriching the later years of life with the warmth and authenticity we all seek. In this season of reflection, choose to cherish those who celebrate your light rather than trying to dim it. 3. Notice how they treat those they don't need. In the tapestry of life, how someone treats those who cannot offer them anything in return reveals the true texture of their character. This becomes increasingly evident as we age, when the ability to discern genuine kindness becomes a treasure that protects our peace and guides our relationships. Think about the seemingly small interactions that take place every day. The way someone speaks to a grocery clerk, the tone they use with a server at a restaurant, or the respect they show a neighbor who might live a quieter, less influential life. These moments, often overlooked, are where sincerity shines or falters. A person who treats everyone with kindness, whether it's the CEO of a company or the janitor in a hallway, displays a depth of character worth admiring. They see the inherent value in all people, understanding that a person's worth is not tied to their title, wealth, or social standing. This approach reflects a heart rooted in empathy and wisdom, qualities that enrich relationships and foster trust. On the other hand, some individuals reserve their best manners for those they think can benefit them. They may flatter a person of influence while dismissing someone they deem insignificant. Have you ever noticed someone who speaks glowingly to a supervisor but shows irritation toward a waiter? Or a friend who is warm in engaging with you but condescending to someone they don't consider important? Such behavior is a clear sign of self-interest and perhaps even envy, manifesting in their inability to extend genuine kindness universally. When we observe these patterns, it's not just about evaluating others. It's also a chance to reflect on our own behavior. Do we treat everyone with equal respect regardless of their ability to give something in return? Are we patient with those who may be slower or less skilled, recognizing the humanity in every interaction? Stoicism teaches us that respect for others is not conditional. It stems from an inner strength and a clear understanding of the value of every soul. There's a quiet dignity in treating all people with kindness. It elevates not only the one receiving respect, but also the one offering it. When you encounter someone who behaves differently depending on who they're interacting with, it's a sign to tread carefully. This inconsistency often reveals insecurity and a lack of authenticity, traits that can lead to deceit and envy. In this chapter of life, choose relationships that are grounded in mutual respect and kindness. Seek out those who treat others, especially the vulnerable or less powerful, with dignity and care, and strive to be the person who reflects those values as well. For in these small, everyday actions lies the essence of integrity, the quiet, steady compass that guides us toward relationships worth cherishing. 4. Distinguish between praise and flattery. As we journey through life, we learn to savor the warmth of a genuine compliment. These words, spoken from the heart, carry a unique resonance, an authenticity that uplifts and encourages. But alongside true praise lies a different kind of expression, flattery. It may appear similar on the surface, but its hollow core often hides ulterior motives, manipulation, or envy. Recognizing the difference between praise and flattery is a skill honed by experience. Genuine praise is specific and grounded. It acknowledges your effort, celebrates your character, or appreciates your achievements without expectation. When someone sincerely admires your gardening skills, your kindness, or your resilience, their words carry weight because they reflect truth and respect. Flattery, on the other hand, tends to be excessive or overly generalized. It often feels disconnected from reality, as though the person offering it is trying to gain favor rather than genuinely admiring you. For instance, you might hear, "You're absolutely perfect in everything you do," when deep down, you know that perfection isn't the human experience. These exaggerated comments can lower your guard, making you vulnerable to manipulation or creating a false sense of connection. Think about moments when someone's flattery made you uncomfortable, even if you couldn't immediately pinpoint why. Perhaps their words didn't align with their actions. Maybe they praised you to your face but were dismissive or critical behind your back. This inconsistency often indicates hidden envy or deceit. People who flatter excessively may be trying to mask their insecurities or use their words as a tool to manipulate your perception. Stoicism reminds us to remain anchored in our values and not let external validation sway us. Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The same principle applies to receiving compliments. When praise comes your way, pause to consider its sincerity. Ask yourself, does this compliment match the reality of my actions or achievements? Genuine admiration will always feel balanced and appropriate, whereas flattery often feels superficial or excessive. Moreover, reflecting on how we offer praise is equally important. Are our compliments heartfelt and meaningful, or do we sometimes resort to flattery out of habit or convenience? Authenticity in our words strengthens relationships, while flattery can create distance and mistrust. As we age, we seek relationships built on truth and mutual respect. By recognizing the distinction between praise and flattery, we protect our peace and nurture connections that genuinely enrich our lives. Choose to cherish the words that come from the heart and let the rest fall away like leaves in the wind, noticed but not held. 5. Monitor consistency. Life teaches us that authenticity is not a fleeting quality, but a consistent thread woven through a person's actions and words. A truly genuine individual remains steadfast in their values, regardless of the situation or who is watching. Consistency is a hallmark of integrity, and as we grow older, this trait becomes a guiding light in identifying sincerity and trustworthiness in others. Inconsistency, however, is a red flag. Think of someone who speaks warmly about their values or expresses admiration for you in public, but behaves differently when no one else is around. Perhaps their actions contradict their words. A friend who offers help in a moment of crisis, yet disappears when you need them most, or a colleague who praises your efforts but subtly undermines them to others. These disparities reveal a deeper truth about their character. Consistency isn't just about treating others well, it's also about maintaining integrity through challenges and temptations. An authentic person doesn't bend their principles for convenience or personal gain. They treat everyone with fairness and respect, regardless of their own interests. Conversely, someone driven by envy or deceit may adapt their behavior to suit the situation, acting one way when they stand to benefit and another when they do not. Reflect on the relationships in your life. Who are the people whose words and actions align seamlessly, even under pressure? These are the individuals who bring stability and trust into your world. By observing consistency, you not only safeguard your peace, but also nurture meaningful connections with those who value integrity as deeply as you do. In the end, it's not about judging others harshly, but about understanding who deserves a place in your circle of trust. Pay attention to patterns, not isolated incidents, and allow the wisdom of observation to guide your relationships. In doing so, you protect yourself from the harm of envy and deceit while embracing the peace that comes from surrounding yourself with authentic, steadfast individuals. 6. Observe reactions to criticism. The way a person reacts to criticism is one of the clearest windows into their character. In life, as in Stoic philosophy, constructive feedback is not a threat, but a gift, an opportunity to grow and refine ourselves. A wise individual understands this and accepts criticism with humility and grace. They listen, reflect, and seek to improve, knowing that self-awareness is key to personal growth. However, not everyone views criticism through this lens. Someone harboring envy or deceit may react defensively, lashing out or deflecting blame onto others. They may try to discredit the person offering feedback or avoid addressing the criticism altogether. These reactions often stem from insecurity, a fear of being exposed, or a deep-seated unwillingness to confront their flaws. Think about a time when you observed someone respond to criticism. Perhaps it was a colleague, a friend, or even a family member. Did they react with openness and a willingness to learn, or did they shut down the conversation with anger or excuses? Such moments reveal whether someone values truth or is more concerned with protecting their ego. As we age, we gain the wisdom to reflect on our own responses to feedback. How do we handle criticism? Do we embrace it as a tool for growth, or do we let pride prevent us from hearing valuable insights? This self-awareness allows us to lead by example, showing those around us that strength lies in humility, not defensiveness. When interacting with others, pay attention to how they react to moments of correction or disagreement. A sincere individual will engage in the conversation, seeking to understand and improve. A deceitful one will resist, redirect, or retaliate. By observing these responses, you gain clarity about the relationships worth investing in and those that may need reevaluation. Criticism, when approached with the right mindset, is a bridge to better understanding and deeper connection. Let it guide your relationships and allow the wisdom it brings to enrich your life and the lives of those around you. 7. Pay attention to subtle comparisons. Life, in its quiet wisdom, often reveals truths through the smallest gestures. Among these are subtle comparisons, those offhand comments or observations people make about your life in relation to someone else's. These comparisons may seem harmless, even unintentional, but they often carry undercurrents of envy or insecurity that can undermine trust and harmony. Imagine sharing a proud moment, perhaps recounting how you took up a new hobby, like painting, and created something meaningful to you. A supportive friend would celebrate your effort and joy. But someone harboring envy might say, "That's nice, but I've seen better," or compare your work to another's in a way that diminishes your accomplishment. These remarks, though veiled, reveal discomfort or even resentment towards your success. Why do people make these comparisons? Often, it stems from their own insecurities. By shifting the focus to someone else's achievements, they attempt to level the playing field, masking their feelings of inadequacy. However, true friends and allies don't need to measure your worth against others. They see you as you are, and they value your unique journey. As you listen to these subtle comments, ask yourself how they make you feel. Do they uplift you, or do they leave you questioning your own value? Pay attention not only to what is said, but also to the tone and intent behind the words. Over time, these patterns become clear, guiding you toward relationships that build you up rather than tear you down. And while we observe others, it's also essential to reflect on ourselves. Are we ever tempted to compare, even unintentionally? Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our words, and our responses. By practicing genuine admiration and resisting the urge to compare, we cultivate deeper, more sincere connections. In the quiet of reflection, choose to embrace those who celebrate your victories without comparing them to others. Let their encouragement be a reminder of the strength found in mutual respect and authenticity. 8. Notice how they handle failure. Failure, as life has taught us, is not the end, but a crossroads, a moment where true character is revealed. In these moments, some rise with humility and resilience, seeing failure as a teacher. They reflect on their mistakes, learn, and grow stronger. Others, however, falter under the weight of their pride, deflecting blame and refusing to confront their shortcomings. It is in these contrasting responses that envy and falsehood often emerge. When someone experiences failure, their reaction can speak volumes about their inner world. A sincere individual owns their mistakes with grace. They may say, "I didn't succeed this time, but here's what I've learned," embodying the wisdom of self-awareness. These people don't seek to shift responsibility or diminish others. Instead, they use failure as an opportunity to grow, inspiring trust and admiration. Conversely, those who harbor envy or deceit often respond to failure with excuses or blame. Perhaps they criticize circumstances, blame others, or attempt to mask their shortcomings by diminishing the success of those around them. These reactions reflect insecurity, a fear of being seen as less capable, which they try to counteract through deflection or manipulation. Take a moment to recall the people in your life. How do they react when things don't go as planned? Do they face setbacks with humility, or do they lash out and create excuses? These patterns are telling and can help you discern who is worth your trust and who might carry hidden resentments. As we reflect on how others handle failure, we should also consider our own responses. Stoicism encourages us to approach failure with calm acceptance, focusing not on the loss, but on the lessons it offers. When we adopt this mindset, we model strength and wisdom for those around us, becoming a source of inspiration and steadiness. Life, after all, is a series of victories and setbacks. By observing how others navigate failure, we gain deeper insight into their character and build stronger, more authentic relationships. Surround yourself with those who face life's challenges with courage and integrity. They will lift you up in your moments of doubt and walk beside you on the journey of growth. 9. Evaluate how they share personal information. The way someone shares their personal stories, both triumphs and failures, can offer profound insights into their character. As we grow older and more attuned to the subtleties of human interaction, we begin to notice the patterns that reveal sincerity or deception in how people present themselves. A sincere person speaks of their achievements with humility and balance, emphasizing the effort and lessons learned along the way. They don't feel the need to exaggerate their accomplishments or paint an unrealistic picture of perfection. When discussing failures, they acknowledge their mistakes and share the wisdom gained. demonstrating strength and a willingness to grow. This honesty invites trust and fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. In contrast, someone driven by envy or deceit often uses personal information as a tool for manipulation. They may exaggerate successes to appear more impressive, fabricating details to elevate themselves in the eyes of others. Alternatively, they may downplay or avoid discussing their failures, shifting blame to external circumstances or others to protect their ego. Such behavior reveals insecurity and a lack of authenticity. Be mindful too of how someone talks about others. A person who frequently gossips, shares private information, or spreads unkind stories is often revealing more about their own character than about those they discuss. Their willingness to betray the trust of others is a warning sign. If they speak this way about someone else, what might they say about you? Reflect on your own conversations as well. Do you share your stories with honesty and balance, or do you sometimes feel the temptation to embellish? Stoicism teaches us the value of self-awareness and authenticity. By being truthful in how we present ourselves, we cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and trust. In the quiet of reflection, choose to surround yourself with those who value transparency and integrity. Their stories, shared with humility and sincerity, will enrich your life and remind you of the strength found in authenticity. 10. Listen to your inner voice. As we age, the noise of the world begins to fade, and what remains is something far more precious: the clarity of our inner voice. This intuition, honed through decades of experiences, observations, and relationships, becomes a reliable guide in recognizing envy and falsehood in others. Trusting this voice is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Have you ever felt a vague discomfort in someone's presence, even when their words and actions seem friendly? Perhaps you couldn't pinpoint why, but something about their tone, body language, or consistency left you unsettled. That feeling is your inner voice, your instincts, alerting you to something that might not be immediately obvious. These signals are worth listening to. Your intuition often picks up on subtle details that your conscious mind overlooks. For example, a smile that doesn't reach the eyes, a compliment that feels forced, or a seemingly innocent question that carries an edge of judgment. These small clues, though easy to dismiss, can reveal deeper truths about a person's intentions. While it's vital to trust your instincts, Stoic philosophy reminds us to temper them with reason. Reflect on your feelings and gather evidence before jumping to conclusions. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What specific actions or behaviors have caused this discomfort? Balancing intuition with thoughtful analysis ensures that your judgments are fair and grounded. In this stage of life, your inner voice is a wellspring of wisdom. It has guided you through countless decisions, relationships, and challenges. Trust it, and let it help you navigate interactions with clarity and confidence. Surround yourself with people who bring peace, warmth, and authenticity into your life, and gently distance yourself from those who leave you feeling uneasy or diminished. By listening to your inner voice, you protect your peace and honor the wisdom that has come with age. This is not just a tool for identifying envy or falsehood. It is a compass for living a life of integrity, serenity, and fulfillment. Trust yourself. You've earned it. Embracing wisdom, protecting your peace, and cherishing authentic connections. Life, as it unfolds with age, grants us a unique vantage point, a wisdom born from experience, trials, and countless moments of reflection. At this stage, you understand that peace is a treasure, relationships are sacred, and time is too precious to be wasted on insincerity or envy. Recognizing falsehood and jealousy in others is not about judgment, but about protecting your well-being and preserving the harmony you've worked so hard to build. The tools you now carry: observation, intuition, patience, and reflection are sharper than ever. Use them wisely. Pay attention to the consistency in people's actions, the humility in their words, and the sincerity in their relationships. Trust your inner voice, for it is a culmination of your life's lessons, always guiding you toward what is true and meaningful. As you move forward, seek out connections that uplift and inspire you. Embrace relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and authenticity. Let go of those that drain your spirit or cloud your peace. Remember, the power to curate your environment rests firmly in your hands. Above all, hold on to the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Focus on what you can control, let go of what you cannot, and live a life rooted in virtue and tranquility. The richness of your life lies not in the quantity of relationships, but in the quality of those who walk this journey with you. Cherish the joy, the peace, and the love that surrounds you. And as you continue to navigate life's complexities, know that your wisdom is a light, not just for yourself, but for everyone lucky enough to walk beside you. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.